Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking at the purpose of your relationship with your future, in brackets, spouse. So it could be the purposes of the relationship with your current spouse, with your past spouse, or with your future spouse. Just take what resonates anyway. So if you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, to tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so I wanted to write messages for the group, but I only felt to write a message for group 1. So group 1 will get a message and no one else. Yeah, I feel like this will be a quick reading as well, because I'm only going to be using the numerology oracle deck and Tarot in Space deck, because these are the only cards I felt drawn to today. And I'm really happy because I haven't read from these cards in months because they haven't been with me. They've been back in England and I'm in South Korea. So the energy of the cards are just amazing right now. Okay, so let's choose your group. So group 1, group 2 and group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. Choose more than one group if you wish. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching until the end of your reading, as a message may pop up. But if not, choose another group. Deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4 and out. 2, 3, 4. To choose which group is for you, timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to group 1. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is the purpose of your relationship with your future, in brackets, spouse. So it could be relating to your past, present or future relationship. Alright, so this may be an ultra short reading because I was only attracted to the numerology deck and Tarot in Space, and I didn't feel like using the other cards. Alright, so let's start off with your tarot cards. Oh, actually with the message, because I only wrote a message for you, group 1. So if you don't resonate with these messages, then continue watching with the cards. So group 1, the purpose of your relationship with your future spouse is to not be destructive, to choose your words carefully, to learn to not burn bridges when the going gets tough. So while I was writing, I was thinking that with your spouse, you can improve your communication skills, because maybe when you receive a little slice of criticism, or you feel like you're being attacked for whatever reason, or this, that, the other reason, then you can go into destruction mode. You can go into defense mode, where you insult people with your anger. It's like you can't control your anger, so it's, you say this and you say that, and then maybe you regret it later, or maybe you refuse to apologize because you think you're right. So this relationship is helping you to be much calmer, to look at how your temper affects your relationships. And where does this anger come from, or where does this communication style come from? Did you witness this communication style when you were little, when you were younger, and you witnessed your parents arguing all the time, insulting each other all the time? Or did situations in your life force you to get to this point, because you have to constantly keep fighting for yourself? So maybe you're always in fight or flight mode. So when something happens, or something bad happens, or something good happens that can reflect as bad, then it's attack, so fight mode. Or it could be that with flight mode, something good, something bad, something intimidating happens, and you run the other way with flight. So it could go either way, but just take what connects with you. So let's see with your tarot cards. We have Lieutenant of Comets, which is the Knight of Cups. And then we have, do you want to use reversals? Let me see. Okay, 8 of Lasers, 8 of Swords. have the Eight of Comets. The Eight of Cups. We have the Fool. And the Queen of Planets. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, guys. Alright, so... With the Eight of Lasers, this could be someone feeling trapped. This could be physically trapped or trapped in the mind. Like, this could be old situations replaying in our heads, and we feel like we are a victim to these situations because in our heads, past relationships or past situations can play over and over and over again, and we feel like a slave to it, and we feel like we can never get rid of it. We feel like a victim. This person may be a victim to all of these lasers. And it's like maybe you see yourself as a victim constantly in relationships or just as a whole in life. But I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this signifies restriction, victimhood. And the Queen of Pentacles is relaxed, is not a victim, is really paying attention to what she has and paying attention to the physical world. And I feel like this relationship's purpose is to help you get out of your head and into your body, to and look outside of yourself. Because when we look within and we replay different things in our heads, then we aren't allowing ourselves, or not allowing ourselves, but we can't allow ourselves to live in the moment, to be comfortable in where we are. Sorry, I keep shifting the cards around, but I feel like it makes the reading make more sense by shifting it around. This makes sense actually with shifting. So this relationship is helping you shift your mindset, shift how you see things, just shift. This person is not doing anything, it's just sitting in one place. And so is the Queen of Pentacles, but the Lieutenant of Comet looks free. She looks free. He looks free. He's walking away. And the Fool looks very free as well. And it's like looking in different directions. So the Lieutenant of Comets, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I can't talk today. Like, I just woke up and I'm like, okay, we need to record right now. So here we are right now. Okay, so bear with me. So the Lieutenant of Comets is looking down. The Queen of Planets is looking ahead. The Eight of Comets has his back towards us. So we don't know where he's looking, but he's moving forward regardless. And the Fool is looking up. But the Eight of Lasers isn't looking anywhere because she's blindfolded. And it's like, I can't see anything outside of this, outside of what I'm thinking. And I feel like this relationship is opening your perspective. It's giving the Hanged Man energy, but not really. Oh my gosh, guys. I just saw, okay, maybe I should look beneath the King of Comets. The Hanged Man. So yes, this relationship is to help you to gain a different perspective and to walk away from the past, to feel free from anything that is tying you back. Because with this relationship, maybe you or the person notices that whenever something happens, you tend to, I'm getting like maybe like a Taurus vibe, like you being very rigid and not like change much. And I feel like this relationship is helping you shift to like change more, to embrace change, to let go much more easily. Because with the Ace of Lasers, you're not letting go. You're holding on to everything. past arguments, past relationships, past... I feel like this is like holding on to everything bad that has happened and not reflecting on the good. And I feel like you're focusing on the negative is holding the relationship back. It could possibly be a bit of a burden sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, and it could cause a bit of pessimism in the relationship. But I feel like it's heading towards more optimism. This relationship is helping you to become more optimistic and not so closed-minded and not have a victim mindset. And it's like tapping more into your emotional world, your physical world, and not just your mental, what's going on mentally. Because whatever happens mentally, it can keep you in the past. But we want to be future-oriented, present and future-oriented in a relationship, you know, to offer more emotion. Because this relationship is helping you to become more romantic, have more romantic gestures to your partner. It's helping you feel more fluid. Look how the Lieutenant of Comet is dancing and is floating in space and is like not having a care in the world. So this relationship is helping you not to have a care in the world. Just live in the moment, be here, and to let things go, because it doesn't need to be stuck with you, you know. Wow. And then let's go on to your oracle cards. We have love with 6. Oops. And then we have forgiveness. Wow, learning to forgive. Exactly. I feel like it's about forgiving your past, forgiving yourself, forgiving your partner. Like when you have an argument, that argument is not meant to stay forever. Arguments are for progression. Like it's looking at your actions, looking at your words and thinking, oh, I could do better than that. Let me just shift the way I say something. Let me just shift the way I act around a certain situation. Because with forgiveness leads to change, leads to productiveness in the relationship. Because with arguments, if you're stuck on the same argument, you stay in the past and you can't move forward from it. So it's all about finding a nice balance with this number 6 as well. And it's learning how to communicate differently with the blue, the throat chakra. You know, we have to communicate effectively to help the relationship thrive. We must communicate our thoughts, communicate our emotions effectively, even quickly, instead of sitting stewing on our thoughts to the point where, oh, I can't communicate these thoughts because this imaginary scenario has been added to what really happened. So then I'm going to look delusional, or I am delusional, and it keeps going around and around in circles. So in order to squash an argument, in order to progress in a relationship, we must confront, we must deal with something straight away instead of sitting with it. So maybe when you are angry or when something happens, you hide away from dealing with it now. So the purpose of this relationship is to help you deal with things here and now as soon as it happens. It's learning how to do that, because your other person might have a different communication style to you, a different argument style, where your person is like, okay, so this happened, so I want to talk this through right now. And then it's affecting the relationship because maybe you don't want to talk about it now. You want to hide away and stew and think of different scenarios in your head, which makes matters worse. And then maybe it blows up the argument even further. But it's giving here and now energy. Discuss things in the here and now so it doesn't blow out of proportions, you know. And blue as well. This is watery energy. Blue, the ocean, sea, water. It's about being emotionally open within this relationship and choosing love and not, I want to say the word hate, choosing love and not arguments. Love is a choice. Being in a relationship is a choice. What will you choose to do in your relationship group? One, because the choices we make determines where we will end up, what we will do, how a person will feel. And we must have the viewpoint of the hanged man, the person who sees everything and he can't do anything about it because he's hanging there, but it's like seeing things from the other person's point of view as well as your own. So I'm getting like the purposes of this relationship is to become more empathetic as well as communicating your desires, as well as being in the here and now, you know. So we choose love and we choose to forgive as well. Forgiving someone is a choice that we make because you can hold a grudge, and we choose to hold a grudge because we choose not to talk about anything. We can hold a grudge for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and we choose not to resolve an issue. Whereas if we squash it in the here and now, we are choosing forgiveness. So this is all about choice, group 1. We can choose to be this way or we can choose to be that way. And it's about confronting things head on in the here and now. Okay, wow. Okay, so now that I'm reading, I feel like I can choose another deck. What is the purpose? So we have Tiger. Do something risky. Take a chance. Take a chance. Success. And just one more. Okay, 2 more. Oops. We have Mice, discord among family and friends. And Dark far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Again, with the thinking, it's like you can create distance between you and your person if you just think about what's going on. Think about the argument you just had and not discuss it, not tackle it head on, you know. And it's important to note that what has happened in the past is in the past, and thinking about it isn't going to help you in this relationship. It's just going to create chaos with the mice, you know. It's about being brave and taking those chances to open up, to use your throat chakra, because tigers and dogs, they exercise their throat chakra. They are not afraid to talk. They are not afraid to show their prey that they are surrounding them, you know. They're not afraid to say, oh, I'm hungry, to bark that they are hungry, or to bark that they need to go outside for a walk, to use the toilet, you know. So it's about not being afraid to speak up, to say what needs to be said. Because maybe there's a fear there of someone leaving you behind. Because maybe in the past you have said what you needed to say, and then that created a ripple effect where the person didn't appreciate it and they walked off because they couldn't handle the truth. But this person can handle the truth, group one, you know, because our past situations can haunt us in the present, and we can't allow these past situations to haunt us. We need to note that everything that has ever happened won't ever happen again. Some patterns could, but it's just how you tackle it, how you handle them in the present, and recognizing negativity. What am I trying to say? So it's like the past has happened, right? And it's like you can jump into the same habits when you encounter the same situation over and over again, and then we block ourselves off from that thing over and over again. And then there's a potential in this relationship to block the same thing over and over again because you notice the patterns. But you may notice the same pattern, but it's an irregular pattern that is not the same pattern as your past. It's a healthier pattern. I don't know why I'm getting the devil card, the devil kind of energy here, where we tend to just get stuck on it. But we need to notice that these patterns aren't the same type of patterns. It's a much healthier pattern. And if we lead into that healthy pattern, we can untangle the negative patterns that have happened in the past. And we can be more open to our person and to open our heart space, open our mind, and to speak more. So this reading is basically about talking, about balance, about talking from the heart, being brave, and being in the moment with your person. Wow, so that is the purpose of your relationship with your spouse, your future spouse, past spouse, or your present spouse. Wow, yeah, so that's something for your reading, group one. I hope these messages resonated in some way and you could take what I mentioned in the reading and incorporate it into your life today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this reading is the purpose of your relationship with your future spouse, and future is in brackets because maybe it relates to your past relationship, your present, or your future relationship. Just take what resonates. So I didn't write any messages for your group, and so we'll just jump straight into the cards. Group 1's message was very in-depth. I'll just be using the Tarot in Space and Numerology deck and maybe the Tea Leaf Oracle deck because I didn't really feel connected with any of the other cards. So let's look into this. So what is the purpose of Group 2's relationship? I felt unsure when I was going to get that card. I'm like, is it this or is it not? This relationship is enabling you to make better decisions, make decisions quickly, precisely, and you're not in your head about it. You're not like, oh, maybe I should, maybe it will affect this person, maybe it will affect that person. And it's like, no, the decision is this, and that's how it's going to be, you know. So it's being more sure and not caring what anyone else would think. All right, wow. So we have the Chariot. Wow, there's a lot of drive here. The purpose of this relationship is to do more, to focus more on the things that really matter. It's like The purpose of this relationship is to have more spring in your step and not feel stuck in the one position. Maybe you'll be traveling a lot with this person. Maybe you'll be going on a lot of road trips. Maybe it's about not staying in the one place. It could either be that or having more drive with this person. And then we have 5 of lasers. The sun in reverse. Oh. 2 of lasers, being more sure. Wow. Let's see. The magician. The hanged man at the bottom of the at the bottom of the deck, excuse me. And then beneath the hanged man we have the justice card. This relationship will help you see when it's the right time to cut your losses, because with the sun in reverse, it's like it's not giving me what I need to express myself to. Oh, I get it. This relationship is helping you to express yourself, group 2. Because with the sun in reverse and the 5 of lasers, it's like the other person gets their say, and then there's you left to not say anything at all because you don't know what to say because you've run out of words, or it's like, oh well, this person's argument is better than mine. I don't have anything to say back to that, so I'll just play dead and then hope that they will move away and focus on something else. And it's like the sun in reverse, that's a lack of expression here. And then we have the hanged man at the bottom of the deck, where this person is like taking what's thrown at him. And yes, I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not moving from this spot because I don't know anything else. And then we have the justice card here, who is weighing up things. It's like trying to be diplomatic and not want to sit with arguments, and not wanting to be in an argument where things will go off balance, but you're going off balance because you're not having your own say, so that the argument can be squashed straight away. And then we have the 9 of comets, where this person is ignoring everything bad that's happening behind her and is in bliss, who's ignorant to the bliss. And then we have the 5 of comets here, who is someone who is focusing on the things that don't really matter, where there's things going on behind her that actually matters, you know. And then we have the 5 of it's like, and then we have this, and then we have that, and then we have this, and then we have that. And it's the purposes of this relationship is to be able to have your say without feeling like, oh, I'm not going to express this in the right way, so I'm just going to not say anything. Oh, this person has a better argument than me, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to pretend that I don't have anything to say. So this goes into group 1's message, where they need to exercise their throat chakra. And this is all about being I'm getting connection with the solar plexus chakra, where you are able to express yourself. Show yourself as true, authentic, and not fear the backlash. Because if you speak up for yourself, then the backlash is that the person will feel offended, the person won't understand what you're saying, or an argument will break out, whatever. But the backlash for you not saying anything is that it will sit with the argument. You will sit with many different things. And how long will it take for the things that you are sitting on to turn around and will end up sitting on you, meaning that it will be a heavy weight for you to carry? It's like it will fall on you like a ton of bricks. So learning self-expression in this relationship will be the purpose. Wow. because the two of lasers as well, it's like, I'm not sure, what should I do? Should I go this way? Should I say this? Or should I say that instead? And it's like you're stuck in the decision of it. You need to become more decisive in this relationship and pick a direction and stick to it. With the Chariot, the Chariot has a direction in mind and is sticking to it, is going that direction, even though the destination may not be what they expect. They're just going anyway. But this unsurety, you're not going anywhere, or you are going somewhere. By not choosing, you're going somewhere anyway. So, oh, I see. These two people are the same. You're wearing something different. So this person is stuck in decision making mode. But then the Five of Lasers, this person makes a decision and is like, you know what, I'm going to make this decision, and it might hurt this person, but that's fine. I'm heading into a direction. So the purpose of this relationship is to make a decision and stick to it, despite not knowing the direction you're going into. The other purpose is to learn how to express yourself. And another purpose is to learn to have fun, because the Sun in reverse, the Sun upright, is someone who is able to express themselves, have fun, get creative. But in reverse, you can't be creative because you're stuck in, oh my gosh, you're stuck in decision making mode. So maybe you're a creative person, someone who loves to paint, write, whatever, and you have writer's block. But this relationship will help you feel creative again. This relationship will help you be like, you know what, I can be stuck in decision making mode, or I can just get my butt up off this settee and get creating, because this lack of creation is harming me in more ways than one. I don't know where I'm going, but who cares? Art takes a different direction. Like, we could want to paint a person, but then but then you end up painting an alien, and it's like, oh wow, I didn't expect this to go this way, but I'm here for it. I'm happy that it's in this direction now. Because with the Magician, we have someone who has all they need. They have their emotion, they have the means to do something, the physical means to do something. They have their thoughts, their mind, and they have their passion as well. So this relationship is helping you tap into your passion, your drive, your creative juices. It's getting your creative juices flowing, group too. And I love that for you. Wow. Instead of being like earlier when I was taking out all the cards, it's like this could happen or that could happen. It's not having that fear, that thought that, oh, things are gonna go wrong, something's gonna happen. Just do it. You are tapping back into your drive in this relationship. Ooh, lovely. And then let's go over to your numerology deck. We have synchronicity, things happening at the same time, and leadership. Take the lead. This relationship is helping you take the lead. Tap into your sacral chakra with the orange, which is to do with your creativity and how you will protect that creativity so that it can grow into something. I mean, some creative things doesn't need to grow into anything. It could be for your own private viewing, or it could be put out into the world where everyone can see. So maybe it's all about tapping back into creating something for yourself, or creating something that you will sell later on, or for your family, or whatever that looks like for you. It's just tapping back in to it. And then with synchronicity, it's like going doing this takes me back to a time where I was free and happy and I could make decisions and I was able to create effortlessly. Because it seems like maybe your creativity or whatever it is more effort than anything else at the moment or when you're with this person. But this person is going to inspire you heavily. Oh. And encourage you to stick to a path. Yeah, there's a lot of encouragement here. Encouragement to stick to a path and do what you love, do what you enjoy. The sun does what they love and enjoys it. It fuels them to shine bright. The purpose of your relationship is to help you shine bright. Wow. And then let's move over to your last card. So I'll just shuffle these cards. What is the purpose of Group 2's future relationship? Oh, we have legs stepping into a new experience. Yeah. And then we have Crane. Pay attention to your health. This person is going to act as a support for you because they don't want to see you doing something that you don't enjoy, because maybe you are avoiding doing something because it's intimidating, or no one's gonna enjoy what you do, or just having these tiny excuses. This person is not going to have your excuses, Group 2. We have broken wishbone and a wedge. Someone is trying to come between you. Yes. The way you think about something is getting in the way of your creativity, getting in the way of how you express yourself. And it's like, it's about kicking that wedge out of the way. We have the leg here. The leg is kicking the wedge, and it's no longer going to be a wedge. It's going to be an open door where you can become the chariot and run straight out of that door with the support of your partner. Because maybe something happened in the past where it got in the way of your creativity or how you express yourself. And it's like left a gap with you. It's left a mark with you. And this person is going to support you to help you stand back up. We have the cane, which is all about being able to lean on the cane. And it's like using this person as a crutch for a while until you're able to fly on your own. Wow. You know, so the purposes of this relationship is helping you to become more creative again. And it's to step into your own authority. It's to put you on a path and stick to it, and to create with no limits. You know, what are you creating? Is it a painting? Is it a poem? Is it a song? Is it creating a family? Is it creating a movie? Creating an advert? Whatever it looks like to you, it's going to expand you. This relationship is going to expand you and not restrict you. Wow, Group 2. So that is what I'm seeing for your reading anyway. Very interesting. Lots of twists and turns, because maybe this is what the relationship is going to be like, twists and turns. I've never expected this to happen. And it's like once you get over this blockage, it's like full steam ahead. I'm going forward. I'm moving forward. Wow. Yeah, so I hope these messages resonated in some way and you can take what I said and incorporate it into your daily life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi Group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is the purpose of your relationship with your future spouse, and future is in brackets because you can relate this to your past, present or future relationship. Just take what resonates anyway. So I didn't write any messages for your group, and I'm only using 3 decks because I thought I was just going to use 2, but the other one wanted to be read as well. And I'd like to say before we get into this reading, I paused the reading at 4040, which is number 4. So already I'm seeing that the purpose of this relationship is to create a steady, warm, welcoming, steady relationship, a nice, happy home environment. Because maybe you haven't been able to have that in your present relationship or your past relationship, or maybe this is to do with your childhood where, oh, trigger alert, I didn't really want this to go into childhood, but maybe this is a message within itself. So if you don't want to hear this message, skip onto the reading with the cards. But maybe this goes back to your childhood where there wasn't much safety, security or happiness in the home. So the purpose of this relationship is to create this safety, this loving home which you didn't have in your childhood, so that's pretty nice. So let's go over to your cards. Maybe that wasn't a trigger warning, I don't know, but anything could be a trigger, to be honest, so we'll just keep it at that. Let's see. So we have Strength in reverse. We have the King of Comets. What is the purposes of Group 3's relationship? 7 of Lasers. And then we have the Ace of Rockets. I feel like the purposes of the relationship is to learn how to maintain a relationship. But this person looks like they're climbing into this rocket to fix a problem with the ship. And it's like looking back at the past and thinking, wow, I've never been able to fix this ship before. This is new to me, but I'm going to try, even though it's going to be difficult. And with the Strength card as well, this is feeling out of balance, not being able to connect with what's going on around you, or not being able to connect with yourself, because Strength relates to Leo, which is to do with the self and the sun. The sun is very bright, shines very brightly, and you can't ignore the sun. So it kind of feels like maybe the purposes of this relationship is to fix issues that are obvious to see. No, fix issues that are obvious or not so obvious as well. So it's kind of like a healing relationship. It's maybe in the past you weren't able to fix things because maybe the other person wasn't open to fixing something, and the damage became obvious over time. But I feel like this relationship is here to help you learn to be able to fix something without fear that the other person isn't going to be open to fixing things, isn't going to be willing to do that. The purposes of this relationship is to turn things on its head and not be stuck on an issue for too long. Because once you fix the rocket, once you fix the rocket being out of alignment, the rocket can easily take off and go into the direction, the destination that they need to go into. So it's about learning to be able to fix issues in the relationship, fix problems without any issues. I'm getting like maintaining the relationship through having weekly or monthly check-ins with each other. So after each month, it's like, okay, so how can I support you in a much more better way than I have done in over the past month? What issues popped up throughout the month that we can sort through now? And those little questions, or maybe they're big questions, can help you become closer as a couple. It's about creating an emotionally secure, emotionally mature relationship, because maybe the relationships you've had in the past weren't very emotionally aware, emotionally secure, and these problems, these issues created a bigger issue. And it's like, no, we must keep this spark alive in this relationship, because if this was in reverse along with the strength card, then it's like, no, we keep going backwards, but we want to keep moving forward. We want to spice things up, keep spicing things up, keep having a fresh relationship, because if we have a stale relationship, then that's when problems just multiply, and we can't be having that in this relationship. And then we have the 10 of lasers. And the Emperor. Wow. We have the Emperor and the King of Comets. It's important to address what's getting you down with the 10 of lasers. We could easily allow situations to fester in our head to the point where the relationship breaks down, it suffers a breakdown, or we can address what's happening and become the King of Comets, the King of Cups, who is emotionally aware and safe within the relationship. So the purpose of this relationship is to create safety. Wow, yeah, with the Emperor. Wow, and then we have the 4 of Comets here. We need to feel safe in our relationship. And the Emperor is number 4 as well. Wow, yeah, I didn't realise that until just. But the Emperor is offering you stability and is very secure within themselves to look at issues and to actually tackle them and not feel like you're actually doing all of this alone. So there's that collaboration between the two in the relationship and not just doing things alone. Wow. The purpose of this relationship is to make you realize that you are not alone in a relationship. Because it takes 2 to tango, it takes 2 to help a relationship thrive. And the purpose is to not feel like you are alone in this. And then let's move over to your numerology deck. So we have forgiveness. Yeah, sorry, my phone cut off because announcements keep popping up. So, as I was saying before, we have forgiveness and love. But these cards were from group 1, and I don't know how this happened, but I feel like we should use them. Usually I'll put them to the side and be like, no, we're not using that, but we're going to use them today. And let's go find your cards. Okay, here they are. So we have forgiveness and love. So you can learn to forgive each other. The purpose of this relationship is to learn forgiveness and to know that it takes 2 to tango and to love each other. The purpose of this relationship is to become closer in love and to learn how love can affect your mood, to learn how to love properly. Because as I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, maybe you didn't have that security in your childhood. And creating that security, that love, that beautiful love in this relationship is very important, you know. And then we have new beginnings. Oh no, individuality. And we also have New beginnings. Oh, wow. Wow, red. This is to do with the root chakra, safety and stability, creating a home that is loving and is safe. The 6 relates to safety as well, and being in a harmonious relationship. So the purposes of this relationship is to just be in a harmonious, safe, loving, secure relationship. And that takes time to build. It doesn't happen straight away. It's about learning lessons. So each time you have an issue, maybe it's about actively fixing your issues, and both of you actively taking that role as the person who's like, okay, so this happened and that happened, how are we going to fix it? It's new for the both of you, if not just for you. But there's just so much red here. And then we have the Ace of Rockets, which is the Ace of Wands. So much passion, so much love for each other, just so much it's like every time you look at your person, it's like, wow, am I really with you? I am so lucky right now. Wow. And it's funny that this is blue and this is red. So it's about feeling safe enough to voice your opinions, to voice your struggles, to be able to say what needs to be said without fearing the repercussions of what you are saying, you know, and saying things with love. The purpose is the purpose of this relationship is to learn to say things with love and care. And I don't know why I'm getting this as well, but in couples counseling, where you learn different methods of communicating, so maybe you learn to communicate differently through couples therapy, or you watch videos on YouTube as to how you can get closer as a relationship, as a couple. And it's like you're constantly doing that work so that you're not falling into old patterns, or you won't fail in this relationship. Wow, beautiful. Because 1 + 1 = 2, and it takes 2 to tango, and you're not in this alone. Oh, so what our last messages do we have? We have November. This is Sagittarius season, and this is higher learning more, being adventurous in the relationship. So there we go with the learning through YouTube, learning how to communicate differently, learning how to be more adventurous in your relationship, you know. Oh, that's beautiful. And then we have Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Oh, side note, I saw elephants in Thailand the other week, and that made my life. But anyway, back to the reading. So Elephant and November. Elephants are very wise, and they are beautiful animals. They're very kind as well and happy. So with Elephant here, it's all about feeling happy in the moment, in each moment of the relationship. And elephants are family oriented, and they're very friendly. So it's all about creating a family. The purpose of this relationship is to create a family and to be, what's that word? Loyal to the family and not stray from the family. It's all about feeling safe and secure within the family, and protective as well. Elephants are quite protective of their young, of the family as well. So there's something worth protecting here. It's something about your past relationship wasn't worth protecting, but this is worth protecting. Oh, group 3. And then we have a goldfish, increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. Wow, this relationship will grow beautifully. And mule, someone is extremely stubborn or unwilling to change. Yes, I agree. So we have unwilling to change and growth here, and new beginnings actually. So maybe in your previous relationship, it's like someone put in more effort than the other person because they were stubborn, and it's like this message of why fix what's not broken. But in this relationship, the purpose is to continuously keep fixing even though it's not broken. If we sit with a problem long enough, then that will end up breaking. So we will fix problems in this relationship before it breaks down. And that is the purpose of this relationship. Not one of you is going to be stubborn. You are both going to be open-minded and wanting to enhance the relationship, continuously enhance the relationship through love and forgiveness, and just not wanting to be in an unstable home. We want to create stability for the long term, and emotionally, wow, relationship, something you can pass down to the next generation, because they will be able to see that when there's a problem, we will fix it straight away. When there's a problem, we can communicate effectively to get our needs across and fix it there and then. It's about being able to communicate your needs and pass that down the next generation, if you want children, that is. Or even to show your family that this is how you communicate, this is how you solve problems, this is how you do this is how you do that, because maybe your family aren't used to that. And oh wow, you're breaking generational patterns, guys. That is amazing. I love that for you. You're breaking generational patterns to make the next generation even better, you know. Wow. And at that message, this is the end of your reading. So that's what I'm seeing for you anyway, group 3. Breaking generational patterns. I love how I just got that right at the end of your reading. Alright, yeah, so I hope these messages resonated in some way and you can take what I said and bring it into your situation now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!